Hi, this is Greg Jarbo. I'm here at Search Engine Strategy San Jose 2009 with Gord Hotchkiss of Enquiro. Gord, it got to be very emotional in a B2B session. How do you explain that?
I don't know it. I said during the session it felt like it turned into a support group kind of halfway through. I think it's because B2B marketers are frustrated. They know there's more there than even within their organization they're acknowledging, and they're realizing where the disconnects are. And I think what we did is we started to crystallize some of those disconnects in the session. They're going, yeah, that's what happens to me. Yeah, that's exactly what happens to me.
Well, I think the key trigger was that your research found that risk and fear play a huge role in B2B buying.
Yeah, I mean, one of the really interesting things to us is we kind of went in with this assumption that business buying is all logical and rational, and it's driven by people, and people are never logical and rational. We think we are, but we're not. And it gets even worse if you have a whole bunch of people who think they're logical and rational, all in different ways, all trying to make decisions on what's best for the organization. That's, I think, where B2B gets so interesting is it's just so complex.
So one of the victims of this session was the concept of the buying funnel.
Yeah, and the buying funnel has such a long history, right? It goes back to the turn of the century, last century, the phases are somewhat accurate, but what we found in B2B buying is this idea of everybody kind of being equal and moving down the funnel, and some make it and some don't, really wasn't what happened in real life, because the walls that define the funnel, the kind of rules that define what's in the funnel and what's out of the funnel changes in a lot of buying behaviors halfway through the process. So suddenly the funnel is rebuilt, and new people come in and people fall out, and I just don't think it's a very workable model.
So there's a ton of information, and there's no way we're going to capture all of that in one YouTube interview. But let me ask this. There's a place where people can go to get more information, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to Enquiro.com, there's pretty prominent links off the homepage to a lot of the stuff. Soon we'll be publishing it in a convenient book format, and we'll have a place where you can, we'll let you know when the book's out.
But publishing it, say people can't search for it. What should they look for?
Okay, it's going to be called the Buyersphere Project. And it's interesting reading. It's reading that makes your head hurt.
There you have it. Some more painful advice from an expert in the field, and that's Buyersphere Project. Buyersphe. Now you're making me do spelling tests. Come on, it's late in the day. You're going to have to guess around and look for it. But I think we'll spell it right in the descriptive part of this YouTube video. So look over there to the right, and you'll see Buyersphere's Project with a link.
Right over here?
Right. I think it's going to be
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there, and we'll have it for you.